Hola, people of the internet. Mga kaibigan, kasama natin ngayon sa ating episode si tago na lang natin sa pangalang Lennon, nagmahal, nasaktan, nang iwan.
Ako ba? Ginawa mo akong guest?
Joke lang po. Kamusta kayo mga friends? Sana hindi kayo nalunod sa ating usapang Plato. Dahil lang kung medyo nakaka-overwhelm yun, lalo sa kung first time nyo na-encounter. So, light talks tayo ngayon. Light in the sense na tamang usapan lang tayo ngayong episode na to. So, huwag natin patagalin. Ako po si Russell.
At ako naman po si Lennon.
At ito ang Tamang Usapan.
Usapang may tama.
Yeah.
Yun,
Bakit nga ba may nang iwan? Ang topic natin ngayon sa episode na to ay usapang ghosting. Maaga pa ang undas, di ba? Pero ghosting, ano ba ang phenomenology ng ghosting? Kaya ito, gabi ng lagim. Minsan may mga realities tayo na na-encounter during our time pare, wala pa siyang pangalan. Diba? Tapos ngayon na pangalanan na. Pero actually, kung usapang ghosting, syempre pasok tayo sa unang segment natin, di ba? Ang unang tanong dyan is, nag-ghost ka na ba? Pero before that, ano ba ang definition of terms natin? Ano ba ang ghosting, no? Simple lang sa definition ngayon ng mga kapatid natin, ng mga kasamahan nating kasing bata natin. Ito yung bigla ka na lang iniwan, di na nag-reply, di na nagpakita, di na nagparamdam. So, parang multo. So, nawala. Kaso lang, may ano ako meron kasi akong epistemological concern sa ghosting eh. Ayan, kala mo naman seryoso. Kasi when you speak of ghosting, and for the majority of us, people do not believe in ghosts eh. Kasi nga, ghosts are non-existent eh. Diba? So, kung sinabi mong ginost ka, so meaning, to begin with, there was never
an us.
There was never an us.
Yeah, exactly. There was never a connection. There was never a relationship to begin with. There was never. So, it's non-existent. So, tama ba yung ghosting? Ikaw ano ba ang ano mo dyan? Ano ba ang ghosting?
Sabi nga nung isang kaibigan, mas mahirap daw mag-move on pag hindi naging kayo.
Uy.
Kasi, there's always isa sa pinaka mahirap na iisipin ng tao. Na inisip natin ay yung mga what ifs, di ba? Ng buhay. And that is very normal na mag-isip ka ng what if. Kung hari ako, what if kung hindi ako naging pare? What if ganito yung naging sa buhay ko? That's normal to think about, no? However, meron tayong tendency na mag-obsess masyado dun sa mga what ifs ng buhay natin, no? And to others, yun ay parang passing thought lang. To others, it may lead to, lingering, no? Nostalgia, mga ganun feelings. And mas complicated yung pagdating sa relationship, lalo na sa relationship na, ayun nga, sabi mo nga sila, ganda ng pagkakaano na to begin with, wala naman talaga, di ba? Parang yung sa movie na line na, there was never an us, di ba? So, kaya okay din yung ano mo dun sa epistemological na pag-usisa mo dun sa pangalan, no, sa term that we have collectively put into this phenomenon that is ghosting, no?
Ko sa ano kasi natin, sa timeline natin, na hindi naman sobrang tagal, Ang naabutan natin na closest sa ghosting is yung salitang deadma.
Hindi na nila alam yan yan.
Deadma. Pero ang nakakatawa doon, yung deadma kasi has a funny it's a funny slang kasi ang formal name niya ay Patay Mali siya. Kaya
Yes.
deadma. Diba? Patay mali siya. Ibig sabihin, wala lang. Pero ang pinagkaiba nga, yung ghosting kasi, kung ghost nga, nawala na lang, no? So, pero yun nga issue ko sa ghosting kasi ang word na ghost talagang ino-obsess yung no, yung problem no ng language. Why?
Analytic.
Kasi nakakainis eh. Yung halimbawa, for a ghost to exist, quote unquote exist, it has to appear, di ba?
Yeah.
So kapag sinabi mong ghosting, baliktad nga yung dating eh. Kasi kapag nang ghost ka, ibig sabihin nag-manifest ka. Nagpakita ka, nagparamdam ka. Di
May
ba?
itipan.
Di ba? Nagparamdam ka kasi kaya nga, minumulto ako. Di ba? Mumultuhin ka ng kasaysayan. So, yun yung proper way of using the term eh. Kapag sinabi mong ghosting, nagpaparamdam sa'yo, hino-haunt ka ng something. So, minumulto ka or hinahabol
Maybe
ka ng...
more than just the act, no, nung bigla na lang nag-disappear nung mismong tao. Siguro yung multo dito is the memories or the feelings on that time, di ba? Naalala ko ewan ko kung familiar ka dun sa bagong kanta yun yung Multo ng Cup of Joe. Dahil may copyright restrictions, hindi natin pwede dito may patugtog yun. Pero, teka.
Minumulto na yata ako ng damdamin ko.
Yun, yung Saba, minumulto na ata ako meron siyang parang, kala ko'y payapa, boses mo'y tumatawag pa. Binaon naman na ang lahat. Mga ganun, di ba? Tinakpan na ang aking sugat. Pero, bakit parang nandito pa? So, I think nandun yung yung phenomenology ng ghosting.
Okay.
More than the person, yung alaala at yung mga what ifs nga.
Pero anong difference niya sa betrayal? Kasi nag-usapang betrayal tayo eh. Diba parang, it's something like that eh. If you disassociate yourself, you're betraying something eh. That is
at the end of
ongoing. Parang gano'n.
that's a betrayal. Pero, in a very specific, I think, in a very specific manner. No? Kasi, I think, at least para sa akin, dun sa perspective ng ghost, no? Well, yung iba talaga, wala lang, trip lang nila. So, atras kaagad. Yung iba, maybe, just maybe, thinks na, teka, okay na to kaysa may magkasakitan pa, baka mas okay to, hindi mas nakakasakit. Kaya may ganung justification.
Sige. Throughout this episode, sige, i-delve natin yan sa anatomy, kung may anatomy bang ghosting. Pero before that, siguro magpa-survey tayo sa mga nakikinig natin dyan.
Hello, we are conducting scientific research. Please take a moment to answer just a handful of questions.
So tingin nyo ba, lahat ng tao, sa panahon ngayon especially, may concept kaya tayo ng ghosting? Siguro more than 80% ng Pilipino siguro, no? Lalo na siguro noong 2016 kasi parang nag-ghost ka ng sasakay ako sa jet ski, pupunta ako, something like that. Baka lang.
Naligaw lang pre. Medyo na masyadong naging north eh.
Yeah. So, yan. So, bakit nga ba nangyayari to? Anong effect nito sa entirety ng pagkatao natin, including our mind, paano yung mindset natin, how our emotions will work after, yung mga tinatawag na trust issues, and syempre dahil ito ay tamang usapan at may kasama tayong pare, yung faith life, no? Loving or entering or trying to enter into a relationship takes a lot of faith, no? So once it it seems to be betrayed kasi nga nag-ghost tayo. Hindi lang siya trust issues. Faith issues siya. Why? It affects the way how we believe again. Diba kaya may mga sasabi, I no longer believe in this or that, in true love, or I don't believe in marriage. Marami kang mga artista o influencers na may encounter na gano'n. So, part ito nung phenomenon ng ghosting. And, of course, hindi lang magda-diagnose. Paano kaya natin to pwedeng i-address, no? Harapin at eventually hilumin. So, bakit ka nga ba ng ghost nun?
Ako, parang, nako,
Kasi
fake news
feeling
po
ko
yun.
babaliktarin mo eh.
Parang baliktad yun eh. Hindi, joke
Feeling ko unahan mo ako eh. So, inunahan na kita. So, bakit nga ba nang ghost ang tao nun? Sa tingin mo, as the philosophy student you are and as the shepherd of soul that you are. Wala si Luke eh. Sabihin ko sana as the blank that you are kay Luke. Pero,
The blank. Fill in the blank. Siguro, before I answer that, nakalimutan ko pala na i-clarify. No?
yes, go.
Ghosting is not just, hindi lang siya sa phenomena na or sa experience ng romantic relationship. Hindi lang siya dun sa context na yun. Pwedeng sa friendship, pwede nga rin sa familial relationships, di ba? Bigla na lang nawala. We have that phenomena nung mga for example, a parent na hindi nanagot ng kanyang responsibilidad. For example, that's also ghosting kasi umaalis iniiwanan, may iniiwan, no? So, pati nga yung if you remember, yung mga bata pa tayo, altar servers tayo. Yung iba naka-schedule, di ba? Tapos hindi a-attend. Yung mga tinatawag nating palitaw ng mga bata tayo kasi lumilitaw lang kapag simbang gabi.
No,
So
at
anyways,
Holy Week. At Holy Week.
So, kasi makakahawak ng insenso. Pero
Hindi,
anyway,
before mo na ituloy, so yeah, i-qualify muna natin. So ang ghosting, it will only be qualified as ghosting if may initial na nabuo. Emotional connection, of course, kung merong anak, kung meron kang commitment na pinangako. So dapat meron muna yun. Yun ang qualification.
mayroong seedling, kumbaga, may seedling for the future. Tapos biglang, pop, bye-bye.
So yung talking stage, yun. Yun yung pinaka-fundamental. Kasi may nabuong usapan eh.
I think so. Kasi hindi naman pwedeng yung nagkatingin lang kayo. Tapos parang ako yan pag may mga nakakasabay ako sa jeep o kaya sa metro na crush ko na to. Tapos mag-imagine ka na ng future mo sa Together with Her. Hindi naman ghosting yun kasi never naman talaga nagkaroon ng initial contact, di ba? Kasi imagine.
Contact pala,
Pero anyways, yun nga. Regarding the question, bakit nga ba? Bakit may mga nang-ghost? Siguro I think the first answer, there are variety of reasons, no? Maybe we cannot say here everything, no? Kasi malay ba natin? Never naman tayo nang-ghost. Char. I think first is because of emotional avoidance na very common nowadays, no? Yung baga takot na harapin yung confrontation mo. Ayaw ko ng drama, no? Ayaw ko ng i-complicate yung aking buhay, no? This is very common in our time, no? Kaya marami nga rin, di ba, nasasabi na for example, sa faith, natin as an analogy. No? Okay, Kristiyano ako, Katoliko ako, pero hindi ko hindi ko sasabihin, hindi ko i-affirm. Kasi problema lang yun, mag-away lang tayo eh.
Baka diba?
Maka-offend.
Ayokong i-impose yung sarili ko.
Di ba may ganyan tayo, hindi ko kayo i-bless kasi baka may mga hindi sa inyo Katoliko, kaya baka ma-offend kayo. Pagpipray ko na lang kayo, mga ganun, di ba? So, may ganoong tendency that is very laganap. Wow, di ba? Katinea, napaka-konya. Pero laganap siya sa atin ngayon, sa panahon natin ngayon, no, sa mundo natin ngayon, para hindi ka magkaroon ng emotional attachment din, i-avoid mo na at the very first, no? Pag nakikita mo na, okay, maano na kami, beyond na kami sa talking stage, may hinihingi ng commitment, disengage na ako. Tatakas na ako before pa mas maging komplikado.
Ito. Pero, well, ang crucial kasi sa mga phenomenon na ngayon pinapangalanan na natin, it's hard to discern whether yun ba yung root cause o symptom lang siya or bunga na siya nung phenomenon. Pero sa akin naman, tingin ko dyan pre yung digital na aspect. No? Digital detachment, if so to speak, kung may mga academics na coin. Naalala ko nung high school tayo and early college, connections are more precious. And in a way, dahil nga precious, hard to establish before. Hard siya in the sense na distance really is something na talagang masakit tanggapin. Pero ngayon, with the advent of our current milieu, yung lahat online na, so papansin mo nga hindi na tumatanda agad-agad, hindi mabilis tumanda yung kung sinong kilala mo, kamag-anak mo, or someone close to you. Hindi mo mapapansin agad na nag-iiba yung composition na ng katawan nila or how they look. Kasi you constantly see them in their photos, in their posts, in their video calls. Unlike before na best example ko yun si Pope Benedict, no? Si Pope Emeritus Benedict XVI, ang picture na nasa isip ko lagi sa kanya was the 2005 to 2009 or let's say 2008 Benedict XVI. Mga sumorong pontificum tayo. Until I saw him until I saw him dahil alam niyo yun, yung Vatican.va nun, Diyos ko, wala pang kwenta yung website noon. Tapos kailangan mong totoo, kailangan mong magpuyat kung gusto mo magsimba ng Easter o Christmas Mass. Tapos Urbi et Orbi ng 2000 I think 2011 ba o 2012. Sabi ko lang, tanda na nag-iba yung mukha niya. So parang yun ang ibig sabihin. Unlike before, ngayon kasi lahat online na So dahil ang dali ng mag-connect, ang dali na rin mag-disconnect. Alam niyo yun, yung block, yung unfollow, unfriend. Kasi nga, totoo naman, yung narratives na you protect your inner peace. I'm not hindi yun yung issue ko dito. The point is, enabler ito. Itong, as much as we really welcome, this is a very good advancement sa sciences natin, sa technology. While it is a welcome development, at the same time, may adverse effects siya, may side effects, no? And yun nga, yung detachment has become just as easy as connection. So, no meaningful connections are actually being made. Why? Just to expand a little, kami ni Lennon, kung nauso yung unblock and unfriend nung 2005, wala na. Quits na kasi pwede nang hindi magpansinan doon But no, yung friendship before, yung relationships or whatsoever, wala pa siyang ganung option. So, may problema kayo, may differences kayo, meron kayong hindi pagkakaunawaan, mag-away kayo, magsigawan kayo, hindi kayo magpansinan ng ilang araw, but circumstances, reason, and your heart will teach you that reconciliation is the best way, di ba, of doing things. So something like that, ibig sabihin, mas humina yung reconciliation, no? Mas nanaig yung closure, no? Kasi parang yan may definition yan sa pastoral theology ba yun pare? Yung reconciliation kasi is bilateral. Forgiveness is unilateral. Di ba? say you forgive kahit hindi alam nung tao. Pero reconciliation kasi it has to be bilateral. Ngayon, wala na masyado yung reconciliation. Mas doon na lang sa forgiveness or closure, di ba? Pero ang isa pang naapektuhan doon, hindi lang yung notion of reconciliation, but the notion of acceptance. Kasi acceptance is actually the synthesis of both, no? It's forgiveness with a deliberate commitment to move forward. So dahil doon, ayaw mo ma-disturb ka, ayaw mo further kang magulo. So it's very easy.
Actually, nga, no? Tama, ang ganda ng mo, Sel, sa digital detachment na yan. Kasi, paradoxically, now that we are more connected, supposedly, we are also more disconnected, no? Ilang beses ko na nabanggit sa podcast si Byung-Chul Han, no? Yung philosopher, yung German-Korean philosopher na si Byung-Chul Han. Isa yan sa critic niya sa hyper-transparency ng ating society, no? Today. At meron tayong surprise guest.
Oy, welcome! Welcome sa ating
Ito, relationship.
Resident love expert natin to. Kasama natin ngayon, kapapasok lang si Luke, yung ating at least may psychology doon sa psychology and sa yeah.
Ano talaga to sa relationships?
Relationship expert talaga natin. Wala pang relasyon ito na hindi nasira. Talagang
ayaw daw siya sumali, manonood lang ata siya. Ginawa mo kaming live radio.
Teka, sorry. Go.
Sige. Yun nga. Katulad niya sinasabi ni Byung-Chul Han, no, na we are living in a very hyper-transparent society na lahat ng bagay na ginagawa natin, pinopost natin sa social media, di ba? Bawat kain, bawat gala, kahit feelings, di ba? But at the same time, no, yung connection natin ay mas mahina na, hindi na tayo ganun ka-connected. No? And we can see it manifest sa social media in different forms. No? For example, ngayon, ang lakas na ng loob natin makipag-away. Di ba? Kasi anonymous ka eh. I mean, may picture ka, may pangalan ka, pero wala ka dun eh. Pag niyaya ka ng suntukan, okay lang, sabi mo, oo, pero wala naman eh.
Hindi ka naman sisipon.
Sa pakipag-away. Ayan, sino pala, expert sa pakipag-away online. Pero, now, pagdating dito sa ghosting, ganun din. Na, teka, okay, so, lang ako, casual, yan yung term, di ba? Casual lang ako. Landi-landi lang ako. Tapos kapag medyo kailangan na ng commitment, pwede na ako, madali nang tumakas, no? Kasi nga, online eh. So, madaling umalis. And also, yun nga, sinasabi ko kanina, baka they are also thinking that they are doing the kinder thing, no? Wala nang sakit kung bigla na lang akong mawala, no? Kung hindi maging kami, tapos umalis na lang ako bigla. At least, hindi na ganun kasakit para sa kanya. Totoo ba yung Luke?
Oo nga, sige nga. Just survey lang. Ikaw ba nun, kwan lang, para naman medyo fair. Let's say the 15 years ago na tayo na kwan. So, ilang taon tayo? No? 15. No? Yung 15-year-old Lennon, yung 4th year high school na Lennon, o yung first year college sa PUP na Lennon, ikaw, ano bang mo? Anong pipiliin mo? Yung hindi na magparamdam sa'yo? Kasi nga, it's the nicer thing to do? Or sabihin sa harapan mo na, hindi tayo click eh. Ikaw, ano bang mo?
Kilala mo ako, traditionalista ako eh. Kaya mas pipiliin ko yung sabihin mo sa akin. Kasi, well, that's the formal thing to do. Para sa akin, mas edukadong paraan yun. Kasi kailangan ko malaman, no? Bakit? For example, no? At least, kapag nag-move on ako, alam ko kung ano yung pinag-move onan ko. Hindi ko...
Lesson learned mo siya, oo. Unlike yung wala ka kasing clue eh.
Mas mature daw yun, yung ganong
Mas mature ang gusto mo, Luke? Ano?
Ay, hindi. Si Luke pa.
So, pero masakit yun, pre, ha? I mean,
Masakit yun, oo.
during that time na ganun tayo, hindi madaling pagsabihan ni Father Orlin dati. Pari na yun, ha? Pari na yun. Alam mong kabutihan na nasa utak mo, pero hindi madaling pagsabihan na parang ayaw mo rin marinig kasi minsan eh. Diba? So, well, this is my way of trying to give credit dun sa fenomeno ng mga Gen Z, no? Pero also, dun kay Byung-Chul Han, yung sa hyper-transparency, meron akong naalala na, we seem to post everything, di ba? We post all our truths except the truth. Yan ang reflection ko sa social media. We post all truths except the truth. Example, I seldomly change my profile picture. So in every 10 photos that I have in my photo album o gallery, isa lang yung hindi unflattering yung itsura eh. And that's the truth. No? Na marami akong bad angles. So I will only choose the best angle. Ano pa?
Kasi rin naman pre ngayon, ang gallery mo hindi na puro ikaw yung picture eh.
Yan. Grabe ka naman, Luke. Mga memes lang yon, mga photo mga photo reactions. Ano pa? Some people will post travels or food. And that's truths, no? That's their truths. Pero what is also another truth? They're struggling with money. Some of them are struggling with health. Some of them are struggling with relationships or family. So, or personally, may mga personal struggles. So, we post almost every truth except the truth. So, that's how hyper-transparent we are. So, ayun. As sinabi mo nga nun, it seems na parang ang consideration kasi is you'll move on. So, it's a nicer thing than to deliberately hurt your feelings, di ba? Pero hindi eh. Ghosting creates more pain than clarity. Kasi nga, sabi nga nila, ganda pagkakasabi niya eh, hindi ko alam kung ano problema sa akin eh. Kasi, I'm bawa, kung talking stage, I was trying to be the best, or of course, starting with my best foot forward. Eventually, I will be trying to be as truer to myself than ever. Kasi may mga ganun tao na parang at least makilala mo ko earlier na ganito talaga ako than puro bait-bait lang, then eventually masama pala or hindi pala gusto. So at least right off the bat, no? So may mga ganun. Pero if we simply subscribe to ghosting, walang clarity. So yung ginost mo, hindi niya alam kung saan niya ipipick up ulit yung sarili niya. At dun sa mga may tendency mang-ghost, hindi siya easy exit. Kasi meron ding effect yun sa'yo. Dun sa nang-ghost, hindi lang dun sa ginost. Kasi, sorry it's not coming from a place of judgment, no? Pero some kind of analysis. No? Those who love to do ghosting, those who love to ghost people, are also the same people na merong dialogue na, bakit hindi ko makita yung true love ko? Bakit hindi ko makita yung para sa akin? Bakit parang wala naman na magmamahal sa akin? Yung magmamahal sa'yo iniwan mo hindi mo nga pinansin. Tapos sinabi mo, wala, kuya lang kita o prof lang kita, sir. Parang ganon. Joke lang yun. Anyway, so ghosting is closer to emotional neglect than a professional way of going away. And
Kasi sa puso rin ito yung inability natin to say goodbye, no? Sa ating ngayon, sa generation, or at least sa generation natin, medyo alam pa natin yan Pero sa mga mas bata sa atin na generation, there is that fear, no, to say goodbye and to say it face to face, no. And katulad yan sabi ko kanina, itong phenomenon ng ghosting, hindi lang ito romantic, no. Sa maraming konteksto, familial, friendship, no. Friendship ghosting. Tropa mo na bigla na lang di na nagpaparamdam, simula na nagka-jowa. O kaya simula nang na-assign sa'yo sa ibang parokya sa may Pasig. Hindi na kami pinapansin ni Francine. Ito may magandang sabi dito si Duco. Sabi niya, walang yato si Luke. Isipin ng mga listeners natin, iniimbento ka namin eh. sabi niya dito.
Kung salita kang halo.
Sabi niya, we tend to blame yung fate natin, pero tayo rin naman may gawa.
Yun nga yung gusto nating i-point dito, especially dun sa mga mas bata-bata sa atin na nakikinig nito, na yung ghosting, it's something, it's something made up. Na hindi natin yan value. I mean, lalo na sa mga nakikinig dito, nakilala tayo o kasama natin sa parokya o sa bikutan. They know what we're talking about kasi wala naman
Kasi iba rin yung talaga na the way younger people than us see the world.
So, ang dito, ang sa tingin ko, no, just to integrate it with spirituality, let's try to look at it simulan natin sa biblical perspective. No? Pero, gusto kong idugtong doon yung bago tayo mag-transition doon sa Bible. Maganda yung ni Lennon. Maganda yung staging point niya doon na the more we enter into this age, itong panahon natin ngayon, it becomes harder and harder for us to say goodbye. It's as if goodbyes are always a bad thing. Na parang, hindi, dapat walang goodbye kasi separation is painful and so something like that. Parang it's very hard for us to say goodbye. And I remembered lang yung isang particular na scene sa gospel na when Saint Joseph was also a little confused with what happened before yung annunciation sa kanya. Mako-consider ba na ghosting yon? Kasi ang sabi niya doon sa text na nasa account, pinagpa siya niyang hiwalayan ng palihim. Diba? Si Maria. To save her from shame. Diba? So, instead of making a fuss. Pero, hindi siya ghosting So, hindi siya mag-qualify doon. So, ayun, sige. Non, ikaw ba? Ano bang mo dyan? Paano mo yan i-integrate sa Bible or sa spirituality? Yeah.
Well, yung word, tulad yan sinasabi natin yan, yung word na ginagamit natin yan sa phenomena ay modern, no? Ghosting. Ghost, ano ba yung dati? Dati lang yan biglang nawala, parang gano'n, no? Wala talaga tayong konsepto na, pero alam natin nag-exist na yan. Pero yung phenomena mismo, yung experience nito, yung feeling na naiwan, no? Yung parang you are abandoned by the special people of your life. Ito ay biblical times pa lang, alam na to, naranasan na to ng mga personahe natin sa Biblia, no. So ibig sabihin, this is a tale as old as time. So for example, Psalm 88, you have taken my companions and loved ones from me. The darkness is my closest friend, di ba? Doon ang galing yun, yung hello darkness, my old friend.
My old friend, yeah.
And another example, for example, si Job. No? And this is very telling kay Job. Kasi nga, he felt after all na naranasan niya, he felt na iniwan na siya ng lahat, iniwan na siya ng Diyos. Pero, ang katotohanan is that hindi talaga siya iniwan. Nandun nakita natin, nandun yung tatlo niyang kaibigan na tinatry na i-justify yung nangyari sa kanya. And then later on, pag binasa mo yung Book of Job, makipag-usap sa kanya yung Diyos, di ba? So nandoon, pero he was on that bubble. Yun ang problema minsan natin. When we are feeling down in anything, hindi lang sa ghosting. We tend
Yun na lang nakikita natin.
ourselves sa bubble, no? So we only think na ako ang pinaka naghihirap, kumbaga, na tao. So,
Miserable.
akong pinaka-miserable. Without seeing that there are also other people in their own bubbles, no? So, may malaking bubble sa collection ng ating mga bubbles, no? So, puro na tayo bubbles. So, ano to look? Hindi yung pagtakas sa responsibility, right? Siguro, pero meron din meron din bahagi siguro na na in a way responsibility, kasi kadalasan pag sinabi yung ghosting, di ba? Yung ano lang yun, yung nasa unang pa lang, unang steps pa lang. So wala pa talaga yung responsibility na ganun kalala. Anyways, going back to the Bible. Saan pa ba natin makikita, Sel?
Well, no other than Jesus himself. He experienced it. During his ministry, I remember something na very powerful and very telling. Nung nagsimula siya magsabi tungkol sa kanyang katawan at dugo, the bread of life. Nung sinasabi niya na, no, it's really my body. Unless you eat the flesh of the Son and Man and drink of His blood, you will not have any life in you. Tapos may mga nagsabi doon, may mga komentaryo, masyadong mabigat. This is too much for us. And Jesus himself saw those quote-unquote disciples, they began to leave one by one. Kaya nung lumingon siya sa 12, kayo rin ba alis? It's a very human thing. No, always see people ang point dito. People come and go sa life natin. And how we understand, accept, and handle it, that's what matters. Not necessarily focusing only on minimizing our own pain. No? And of course, during the Passion, his closest friends, Judas betrayed him, Peter denied him. After Gethsemane, all of the apostles ran away for their lives. So, naiwan talaga siya. He's all alone. And I think meron dong may wisdom doon na mas magandang iiwan ko sa imagination and sa reflection time niyo yun. So, saan pa ba? Sa krus, di ba? Even sa cross, in the midst of his suffering. Pero sa tingin mo ba nun, God is someone who ghosts us, especially when we are bad? Kasi if Jesus, the perfect man, the all good, the all loving, felt that way, how much more us na imperfect magmahal, imperfect umunawa? Diba? Tingin mo?
Well, going back, babalik tayo dun sa experience si Job, no? Na when we are down, we tend to feel that even God has left us, di ba? Kasi nga, nakasarado tayo dun sa ating bubble. Now, some will say, nabanggit mo kanina, Sel, yung cross, no? When Jesus said, my God, why have you forsaken me? No? Lima. Nakalimutan ko. Eloi.
Eli.
May mga theologians, like for example, the Protestant theologian, si Jürgen Moltmann. Sabi niya, even the Father abandoned the Son on the cross. Kaya niya nasabi sabi niya, yung kanyang solidarity with us human beings ay ganun kalalim, even the abandonment of the supreme good, no? However, ang sagot doon ng mga Catholic theologians, hindi. Never. The Father never abandoned the Son. No? Kasi problematic yung pag sinabi mong inabandon ng Father yung Son. So, what I mean is that God never abandons us. No? So, walang hindi siya nang ghost. No? Walang ghosting. God nga siya, hindi nga siya ghost eh. Kaya, hindi siya, minsan, tayo yung nakakaisip na wala siya, hindi natin siya nararamdaman o di ba? It may be because we are feeling too much of other things that we fail to feel Him there with us, no? Kaya nga yung cliche na kwento, di ba, nung footprints on the sand, yun naman yung kanta na yun. When I saw only one set of footprints, no? And I realized that Jesus is carrying me. Kaya one set of footprints lang at hindi two. God never abandons us. God never ghosts us, no? Sometimes it is us who tries so much, no? Na, for example, we want to encounter God. We go out. We try to encounter Him everywhere, in every form, no? Kahit hindi natin tawagin siyang God, maybe you call Him success, you call Him fame, money. No? So yan yung mga avenues kung saan natin nahanap yung kaligayahan natin eh. But it is God who is the supreme joy, no? Supreme good of humanity. So sometimes we go out to encounter Him, we fail to stay put so that He can encounter us. No? So what I'm saying lang, just to emphasize, is that God never abandons us. Na God never ghosts us. No? Sabi nga sa libro ni Propeta Isaías, no? Isaiah 49 verse 5 or verse 15 rather. Can a mother forget her child? Even if she does, I will not forget you.
Powerful, ano? Grabe. Grabe, no? Grabe. So, well, moving forward, since God does not have that capacity to abandon us, this leads us to the question, what if tayo yung ghost? Baka tayo. Kasi, siya, may sinulat yan sa San Pablo kay Timothy na if we die with Him, we will live with Him. If we are faithful, He will reward us. But if we deny Him, ano yan? He will still remain faithful because He cannot deny Himself.
Yeah.
And I think it's a very powerful message. Na when every person, opportunity, and event is merely coming and going to our lives, to and in our lives, from our lives, may hindi umaalis, no? And that is God, no? The love of God, the love of Jesus. So, Paul, in his letter to the Romans, he asked, who can separate us from the love of Christ? Famine ba? So kung itatranslate natin dito, what or who can separate us from the love of God or from Jesus? Is it our economic status? Is it our social standing? Is it our viewers or followers in social media? Is it even our depression? Is it our physical ailments na ginagout na most of us? Wala pang 30, may gout na daw yung generation ngayon. And lahat ay meron ng chronic kidney disease kasi nagtitiis ng pain. So, the times we live in, is it our credits o yung balance natin sa online sabong o online gambling na pinopromote ng mga artista? No. None of this. None of this. Mas radical pa yung sabi ni Paul eh. Kasi not even the powers outside of this earth, not even them can separate us from the love of God. Grabe, no? So what if tayo? Kung hindi yung kayang gawin ng Diyos, so tayo pala ang may kayang gumawa nun. That's the point. That's the point. And so we always have to keep ourselves on check. Kasi syempre, yun, naginosa tayo ni Luke.
Bigla rin siyang nawala.
Pero ayun.
Saktong-sakto, napaka-thematic ni Luke.
Ako guilty ako dyan. No? Dati, no? There's a period in my life na may mga maraming instances in my life na I left the church life, persons, certain commitments in work, in the community. And yeah, I tried to convince myself na wala lang yun. There's always, ito ang yan, yung sinasabi sa mga kanta, hindi, marami pang iba dyan, baka hindi para sa'yo. But it's just an excuse, and it's just among the things that we say to make ourselves feel good about doing such thing. Pero the reality is clear. I was hurt in a way. It affected me. It shaped my personality. It shaped my mindset. It shaped my understanding of the surroundings, of my surroundings. And it hurt people. I hurt people. I hurt communities. Diba? So, yeah, guilty ako dyan. Ako, hindi naman ako nag-aaral. Pero hindi ko binabrand yun na ghosting. Late ko na nalaman na ghosting yun. Pero what's important is responsibility. To own your mistakes. So at some point, that's where maturity comes in. Ako nga, no? Kasi during the time, di mo na iniisip yan. Ang iniisip ko lang, no? Sibat na ako kasi hindi na ako dito. Ganun, something like that. So, pero it hurts. It hurt people. May mga nasaktan. And at some, swerte kasi iba, I was able to reach out. Yung iba, hindi madali. That's the point. Yeah. Ikaw nun, ano ba naman dyan?
Yeah, yan ang tinuturo sa atin faith-wise, no? Na in everything, we have to take responsibility, no? Sabi nga ng mga existentialists, di ba? Mga existential philosophers like Jean-Paul Sartre. Para kasi sa kanila, existence precedes essence. So, ibig sabihin daw, nag-exist ka muna bago yung esensya mo, no? So, kabaliktaran sa Christianity. Pero ang pinaka-point nitong mga existentialist, yung kung sino ka, yun ay bunga ng mga decisions mo. So you have to own up to take responsibility of your decisions in life, no? If you have decided once or how many times in your life to ghost someone or something, you have to own up to it. Maybe not at the moment kasi minsan ganoon tayo, mahirap nating makita at the moment yung kaliwanagan ng ginagawa natin. But when the time comes that you can see really the effect, no, yung negative effects ng naging decision mo, you have to own up to it. You have to really take responsibility. And I like yung sinabi ni Russell, no? If pwede, reach out to the person. No? Or if not, and importante rin to, kaya meron din tayong sacrament of reconciliation or confession, no? Na ino-offer sa atin ng Diyos, ino-offer sa atin ng simbahan. To own up, to admit in ourselves and to God what we have done, no? What we have decided to do at one point of our life, no? Okay, I decided to ghost this person, no? Pinaasa pero hindi hindi pinanagutan, mga ganon, di ba? So that's in a way maturity rin yun. And ang importante dito is maturity. When you are mature enough to own up to what you did, no? Kaya, oo, it's the most ideal thing is to reach out to the person you've hurt. Pero sometimes you have to be mature enough to see if the person will receive it, no? I mean, maybe inisip mo for the good again, pero baka mas lalo lang masaktan yung tao, baka mag-open lang ng mga old wounds, di ba? So maybe not. Kaya nga, sometimes closure comes from God, no? Not from the person. So, go to confession. Yun ang gusto sabihin sa inyo.
At saka kaya may wisdom yung in person ka magko-communicate. Kasi kung sa chat lang, kung sa text lang, wala eh. Ano siya eh.
Sa sulat, sir.
Una, hindi pwede sa sulat, pero
Si Brother Franz.
iba kasi pag makikita mo yung mata yung reaction, yung gestures. Minsan kasi it's not the words that we are looking for, but the gestures, the sincerity of what we do or what we say. It's more than enough to communicate what we really feel or think. So to say na, sorry, hindi tayo nag-work, or sorry, I believe may iba pa akong gustong gawin, or may iba akong nagugustuhan. Minsan kahit hindi mo yun sabihin as direct na gano'n, they will understand. They will pick it up with the way we treat them, with the way we look them in the eye or not look them in the eye. So, isang importante pa dito, yung sa ghosting, no? Why we ghost, at the same time, how we address or deal with ghosting. It's not always about the other person who left us or who we left, no? Hindi yun sa iniwan o nang iwan sa atin. I would like to believe ghosting is speaking more and more volumes about ourselves, our relationship with ourselves. Why do other people ghost? Siguro, most of us can agree it's sasabihin, kasi I want to protect my own peace. So, pag sinabi natin ganon, if we share with that kind of sentiment, meaning, it's speaking about our values. And what kind of peace is that? Is that merely peace na wala lang kaaway, wala lang stress? So that's a little shallow for peace. Kasi in Christianity, in the Christian tradition, peace is a person. And peace has a name. Di ba? Kaya sabi niya, my peace I leave you, my peace I give you. Jesus Christ is our peace. Diba? So, if we are content with that in every night that we sleep, that knowing that we have that peace in us, and if we don't feel it, we are always assured by Him who is peace, the Prince of Peace, that we can always invite Him into our hearts. Tayo lang hinintay niya kasi nga yung painting nga na sikat, di ba? Christ is knocking at the door pero walang doorknob sa labas. Kasi the door can only be opened. The door tuloy. Si the door ay nasa Roma na. The door can only be opened from the inside. So, I think it speaks more about our relationship with ourselves and with our God. With God. So, how do we move from there? No? Kapag tayo yung ginos, tayo yung iniwan, don't think and don't dwell on the idea na hindi kayo visible. Kasi yun nga ewan ko sa anime lately, may ganong theme ngayon may overarching theme sa mga anime, anong tawag sa anime na yun? Shonen ba yun? O ano?
Parang sa mga panglalaki,
slice of shonen, no?
Slice of life.
Okay, parang mga slice of life, di ba? Na it's all about visibility, di ba? Minsan kahit romantic, halimbawa yung setting, parang hindi siya yung romantic na typical na na boy meets girl eh. But rather, girl sees boy. O kaya the boy sees the girl. Parang yung Your Lie in April, di ba? Halimbawa, na anime. Na na-attract yung na-attract yung protagonists hindi dun sa hindi yung typical na boy meets girl, di ba? Rather, they were just visible to each other. Parang ganun ba? So, I think, in a way, and sa tingin ko si Lucas, mas may background sa counseling, we have to reclaim that sa sarili natin, siguro, na tayo ay hindi invisible. Kasi the moment na alam natin, pasukan natin ng philosophy na konti nun. May isang, during our college days, itong philosopher na to ay ayaw ni Lennon dito. Si George Berkeley. Kasi sabi niya, pang-tanga daw yung philosophy na. Naalala ko yun eh.
Noon.
Si George Berkeley ay... Ang likano kasing obispo yun, si George Berkeley. George ba siya?
Oh,
George siya, di ba?
George
Berkeley. Anglican bishop yun. And kapag sinabi mo kasi modern philosophy, halos walang pari doon. Parang nga lang sila eh. Dalawa lang silang religious heads doon. Si Berkeley obispo, tapos yung isa, si Nicholas Malebranche. Pero, katoliko naman yun, si Malebranche. Hindi ito yung talagang no? Pero ang key concept ng idealism ni George Berkeley, for something to exist, dapat merong ideation na tinatawag, merong nag-iisip sa bagay na yon o sa object na yon. Kumbaga, object ka ng pag-iisip.
May nag-o-observe.
So, may nag-o-observe sa'yo. So, parang pansinin nyo nga yung bata, kapag, di ba nagpikabo ka, yung bata, kapag nagtago ka, ang nasa bata, ang infant, ang tingin niya doon, nawala ka na talaga fully. So, ganun din daw tayo. So, kahit ikwento ko, halimbawa, nandito kami sa podcast, nakikinig kayo sa Spotify. Pag kwento ko, nasa Pangasinan, may bumagsak na puno galing sa bangin. Hindi totoo yun kasi mali ba natin? Wala nakakita eh. Diba? So, it does not exist. Pero if possible, it's possible. So, something like that. So, sabi niya, so, paano nagkaroon ng ito? Para hindi tayo mahulog sa skepticism na ang mundo pala ay hindi totoo kasi limited ang ideation ng tao. We can only observe. Limited lang eh. Sabi niya, no, there should be a mind that thinks of us all 24/7 na labas doon sa finite. And that's God. God is thinking of us all the time. Kasi omnipresent siya eh. Hindi lang siya omnipresent sa space. Omnipresent din siya sa time. Kasi nasa labas siya ng time-space continuum. And yun ang sinabi ni Lennon na hindi ako naniniwala dun dati. Pero ngayon, maski ako na-appreciate ko na, yun pala eh. So bakit yun sinabi? Kasi most of us, ako minsan guilty ako dyan. We tend to think na we're not doing so much in our life. Parang marami pa tayong gustong gawin. Pero limitado tayo and parang hindi tayo nakikita at parang kulang tayo. No. Even Henry Nouwen, sa kanyang discourses, if we always base our life based on what we do, work, based on what we have, yung possessions natin, or based on what people think or feel about us, we will always fall short and magfa-fluctuate. Kasi kapag high moments, masaya ka, hindi mo alam na bumababa yun. Pag bumaba na yun, low moral ka. So, ano mangyayari? Magpapakapagod ka. You will stress yourself in making sure na babalik ka ulit sa high moment. And it's constant. It's constant and it's painful. Pero sabi niya, look at Jesus. Jesus was very simple. Hindi yun yung nasa isip niya eh. Kaya nga stable si Jesus from all throughout his journey on earth. Why? Kasi isa lang yung foundation na I am a beloved son of the Father. Kaya nga fatherless yung society natin. Pero yun ang i-reclaim natin na we are not invisible. That somebody is actively taking care of us. So being ghosted might sound so bad and might feel so terrible. Pero minsan, late na natin mapapansin, baka may naiwasan tayong trahedya o mas painful. Something like that. If we can just be open, baka nga nakadodge tayo ng bullet kasi naligtas tayo sa toxic na tao, di ba? O sa manipulative na tao, di ba?
Ang importante lang dyan, going back, ang ganda na ni Russell yung kay Berkeley. We have to always remember that, especially those who have suffered ghosting. God sees you. Even when other people disappear, He remains always. And He sends people to us. Sometimes hindi natin nakikita. I want to go back to the story of Job. No? Nung nawala ang lahat kay Job, no? Nung lahat parang kontra na sa kanya ang buong mundo, and he was asking, no? He said na, sinusumpa ko yung araw na ako ay inuluwal ng aking ina. Diba? Kasi sobrang sobrang depressed na niya. He felt alone, no? Nasabi niya, God, where are you? Nasaan ka? Magpaliwanag ka, di ba? Pero ang hindi niya doon na-realize is that all those times, may 3 siyang kaibigan na nandun na nag-remain, no? Lahat nawala na, iniwan na siya ng mga matay yung mga anak niya, yung asawa niya, iniwan siya ng mga iba niyang mga friends. Pero may 3 siyang kaibigan na although hindi sufficient yung kanilang justification no, kung bakit niya nararanasan yun, they still try. No, they argue with him. But what is important is that they are there. No? Nandun sila. Sinan sila ng Diyos doon. And nung wala pa rin si Job, hindi pa rin siya talaga convinced. Sabi niya, Lord, magpakita ka dito. Magpaliwanag ka. God then appeared in the scene and argued with him. No? And ang ganda ng Diyos doon. Sabi niya, saan ka? Nung nilikha ko ang sanlibutan. Nasaan ka? No? So, hindi siya direct na, sabi nga nung iba, parang hindi naman daw talaga sinagot ng Diyos yung mga tanong ni Job kung bakit siya naghihirap. Pero, what's important there, at yun ang point ng Diyos, no? Na, I've been here all along, no? Even before nung wala ka pa, nandito ako. At nandito ako sa piling mo kahit na walang-wala ka na. Sometimes we feel numb when we are in pain, no? And at those times, we have to appreciate the people around us who remain with us and God who is there through them. No? So be appreciative. No? Although you are in pain, be appreciative and always remember God remains. No? So paano ba? Paano ba tayong maghihilom? No? Paano natin i-cure paunti-unti yung sugat, yung hapdi ng ghosting experience, no? So, just like in other forms, no, of, psychological or emotional damage that we sustain. Ang una dyan, you acknowledge the pain. No? Aminin mo sa sarili mo, okay, nasaktan ako, umasa ako. No? Kasi kadalasan sa atin, may mga denial tayo nag-fixate tayo sa denial stage ng ating grief cycle doon lang ako sa denial. Hindi naman ako apektuhan. Hindi ako nasaktan kahit na meron na siyang iba. Kahit na na I have imagined a future na naming dalawa at ng aming magiging mga anak. Kuwari, diba? Pero andun na siya ngayon. Siya ay masaya nang nabubuhay. Acknowledge the pain. No? Okay, nasaktan ako. Umasa ako. Second, seek support. You appreciate, you see. If you feel that you are invisible, you need to also see the other people that you are treating invisible. No? Yung mga tao na nasa paligid mo. And sometimes, when we need help, we just have to ask for help. No? Maraming mabubuting tao na handang tumulong. Tayo lang tuminsan na parang, parang ayoko kasi siyang gambalain. Diba? So, seek help, no? Seek support from good people. No? People who will really support you, no? Yung hindi ka lang magfa-fan lang ng flames, no? Hindi. Yung talaga magsusupport sa iyo, no? If need be, professional help kailangan, no? And then, in a much more spiritual manner, rebuild your identity with Christ, no? What do I mean? What I mean is that when we put too much hope on a person, on a thing, on a project, and that project, thing, or person fails, masakit yun. Sobrang sakit nun. No? Therefore, we have to put our hope not on someone that can fail, but on someone that will never fail because he will never be faithless. No? He will never deny us, sabi nga ni St. Paul, diba? Because he cannot deny himself. So, put your hope in Christ, no? In hope himself. So, yun ang aking doon. So, acknowledge the pain, seek support from good people, from those around you, and appreciate them. And rebuild. No? Rebuild. Ibig sabihin, meron na dati, i-rebuild mo lang, babangunin mo yung sarili mo. Rebuild your identity in Christ. No? Kasi ang importante naman dyan, normal naman at lagi naman yun sa buhay natin na nadatapa tayo. Ang importante dyan, bumabangon. Di ba? Yung hindi ka, nadapa ako, dito na lang ako sa sahig. No? Iyak na lang ako dito. I mean, okay yung iyak ka. Kasi I'm not saying this to deride people who cry, no? Crying is very human. Actually, dapat nga minsan, pagka kailangan mong umiyak ka, huwag mong pipigilan, no? Pero what I'm saying is that when you wallow there in the situation, no? Don't let yourself wallow there. Help yourself din na bumangon muli, no? And healing takes time. Hindi ito something na today, tapos tomorrow okay na, masaya ka na ulit, pwede ka na ulit makipag-chat sa ibang mga tao. No, it takes time, no? Rather, give time to time. Let time take its toll, no? Its way to heal your wound, no? Just remember na sa bawat gabi ng lagim, may bukang liwayway. At minsan, ang pagkawala nila ay pagpapalaya mo.
Ganda. Yeah. And kung may dadagdag lang ako doon, if you believe, some of you are already advanced also, mature na rin naman yung ibang nakikinig sa atin. If you believe that you're already in the middle of this process, acknowledging the pain, taking time, seeking professional and every kind of support, and building yourself in Christ. If you are in the middle of this, trust the process. Tama si Lennon, hindi naman yan overnight. No? And bottom line doon, hindi naman talaga tayo naiwan. Kasi maraming pupunta at aalis, pero the one who loved us first and truly loves us, hindi tayo iniwan. At hindi nagsawa sa ating mahalin tayo. So ayun, tandaan lang natin, also, ghosting may be common, but it doesn't justify yung gawain yon. It doesn't make it right, no? Why? Kasi as human beings, and especially as Filipinos, and as Catholics, definitely, of course, we are made for communion. Communion. And not disappearance. Hindi disintegration. It's always communion. It's a shared faith. It's a shared existence. It's a shared identity. So the more we isolate ourselves, the more we begin to question the meaning of everything. No? Tumingin ka sa you try to contemplate sa bonfire o kaya sa kapag nagluluto kayo ng panggatong na kahoy ang gamit, hindi gasol. So nakatipon yung mga kahoy na nasusunog. I-isolate mo yung isang kahoy doon, masusunog lang siya ng konti. Pero mamamatay siya. Mamamatay yung apoy. And yun din yung wisdom o yung phenomenology ng ghosting. You isolate too much from being connected with people or a specific person, eventually you will lose meaning of them all. Parang wala nang nakakaintindi sa akin, wala nagmamahal sa akin. Yeah. Ayun. So, ano ba final thought mo nun?
Teka, baka si Doc Luke may gustong at least binalikan niya tayo after niya tayo ginost kanina. Baka mayroon ka, Luke, final countdown. Final message.
Mag-focus na lang ako dun sa abandonment ni God. Kung yung question kanina na in-abandon ba tayo ni God? Hindi. Ang sagot is hindi. Ang final thought ko dun, dahil nung sinabi ni Christ na I am with you until the end of time, hindi yun hyperbole, kundi visible and tangible through Eucharist. No? Every day until the end of time, masaselebrate ang Eucharist. Nakikita natin, nahawakan natin. So, hindi niya tayo ginost. After ng resurrection and ascension, continuous pa rin nakasama natin through Eucharist. No? Siguro tayo yung nag-abandon kasi hindi tayo may mga times na hindi tayo nagsisimba or di rin na nag-live tayo sa Catholic Church. Kasi nahawakan. Hindi. Dila, di ba? O, di may pa rin, may sense of touch pa rin. O, hindi, sense of taste. Gustav theory nga pala. So, yun.
So, ayan, ikaw nun, final thoughts to synthesize all of this para usapang may tama natin dyan.
So, simple lang. Ang natin dito, ang pinaka-conclusion natin dito, no? People come and go. That is a simple fact of life, no? People come and go. Some will just arrive and then will leave after a while, no? Some will really leave a lasting impact in you and will remain with you pero aalis din, no? Pero people will come and go. However, there is someone that will never go away, no? Again, ang ganda nung sinabi ni Lo kanina. No? Sabi ni Jesus na I will be with you until the end of the world, the end of the age. Hindi yun na hyperbole. And that's true. No? God remains with us. God is with us. Diba? Emmanuel nga eh. Kaya nga rin ang unang bati sa misa is the Lord be with you eh. Hindi siya nawawala. Siya ay kasama natin palagi. So, remember that always whenever you feel that people abandons you, that people who gave you hope ay nang-ghost sa'yo, sila ay mga multo na ng yun yung kanta nga ng Cup of Joe. But God will never be a ghost. No? That's why Christ resurrected, no? The apostles thought of him as a ghost nung nakita nila nung una. Pero he was not a ghost. And he is not a ghost. No? Because Christ is resurrected. He is with us until the end of the age. No?
Yung, ganda. May nabasa akong Facebook post Parang sabi doon, in the end pala, life is really all about the art of letting go. By letting go, minsan it might it might reflect of the overarching value that we have yung control, no? Yung ghosting is just another symptom of yung pagiging control freak natin sa generation. We always want to be in control. That's why it's hard for us to let go. It's hard for us to say goodbye. And it's always leaving situations or people under our own terms. So, hindi pwedeng terms nila. Kailangan ako. So, ayaw mo sa akin? Uuna kita, re-reject na kita. Something like that. And it's very telling of the kind of value na namamayani sa society. So, ayun. Dahil mabahaba na rin ang usapan natin, ang masasabi lang namin, bukod sa usual namin na nagpapasalamat kami sa inyong lahat, sa inyong laging pakikinig sa amin, hope you enjoyed this episode. And baka may friends kayo o kakilala na baka need nila itong marinig. So, please feel free to share the episode to them para kahit hindi nila kami kilala, at least meron silang naririnig na opinion or mga bagay about this topic. And ayun, kung may mga gusto pa kayong pag-usapan namin, either usapang may tama lang or usapang seryoso, feel free to reach us sa aming socials. And ayun, thank you. Okay na ako.
Okay ka na. Diba? Kasi kailangan mo lang ng tamang tao.
Nandito na si Luke
Kaya po muli, maraming salamat sa inyong pakikisama. No? Ako po muli si Lennon.
O naman po si Russell. At kasama ni Luke. Ito, sige, go Luke.
At ako naman po si Luke.
Kasama po ni Luke, ito po ang tamang usapan.
Usapang may tama.
Yeah.
Bye.